Hello everyone, welcome to Equal To, and in this video we are going to look at a problem. So at the end of last video we finished with 3 ways to measure concentration, right? The first one was mass by mass percentage, the second one was mass by volume, and the last one was volume by volume. Okay, now in this video we are going to solve a problem in which you have to calculate the mass by mass percentage of a solution, that is the concentration of the solution in terms of mass by mass percentage. So just to revise, the formula for mass by mass percentage is mass of solute by mass of solution into 100. Okay, so with that said, we are going to get into the problem, and this is this is actually example problem from the NCERT book. So, and it's example 2.1. Okay, so let's get into the question. A solution contains 40 grams of common salt in 320 grams of water. So you have to calculate the concentration in terms of mass by mass percentage of the solution. So you have to note that they have given 40 grams of common salt in 320 grams of water. So with this statement you can tell that the 40 grams of common salt is in fact the solute. So generally, how do we find solute? Solute is the one that is present smaller in quantity or the one that gets dissolved into the solvent. Okay, so in this case common salt is the solute and the mass of common salt is 40 grams in this case. Okay, so that part is clear. The solute is common salt and its mass is 40 grams. The next thing is the 40 grams of common salt, it is being dissolved in 320 grams of water. So water is the solvent here. So we have found that out. So water is the solvent and the mass of solvent is 320 grams. Now these two things are very clear. Now we are coming to the most important part, which is finding the mass by mass percentage. So the formula for mass by mass percentage is that mass of solute divided by mass of solution into 100, right? So we know mass of solute is 40 grams that have been given in the question itself. But we have to find the mass of the solution because we are just given the mass of the solute and mass of the solvent. We are not actually given the mass of the solution. Okay, so you have to find the mass of the solution for you to calculate the mass by mass percentage. So how do we find the mass of the solution? So it's quite simple. A solution is just basically solute plus solvent, right? So to find the mass of the solution, you just have to add the mass of the solute and the solvent. It's quite a simple formula. So mass of the solution equals mass of solute plus mass of solvent. So what are the mass of solute and solvent? Which is 40 grams and 320 grams respectively. So adding these two things, it would give you the mass of the solution, which would be 360 grams. So mass of solute is 40, mass of solvent is 320, and mass of the solution is combined together, it's 360 grams. Okay, so that is the mass of the solution. Now we are just going to plug these values into the formula and that will give you the answer. So mass of solute by mass of solvent into 100, mass of solute by mass of solution into 100. So that is 40 grams divided by 360 grams into 100, and if you just calculate those things, it will come up to 11.1 percentage. So mass by mass percentage of this solution is 11.1 percentage, and that would be the answer to this solution, answer to this question. Okay, so the concentration of the solution in terms of mass by mass percentage is 11.1 percentage. I hope it's clear. It's a very simple question. You are given two quantities, mass of solute and mass of solvent. You are going to find the mass of solution in order for you to apply this into the formula, and after doing that, it's just you will get the answer plain straight away. So that is it for this question, mass by mass percentage. Now there is one thing to be noted very clearly. In the previous example, we were given mass of the solute and mass of the solvent, but in some cases what they will give you is that they give you mass of the solute and mass of the solution itself to you in the question right away. So in this case, let us read this question. It's the very same question. I have just modified it in such a way that it has given this mass of the solution. So what they have given is a solution contains 40 grams of common salt in it. Okay, weight of the solution is 320 grams. So they have given that the weight of the solution itself is 320 grams. So you just don't have to confuse. You can consider it as mass. So the mass of the solution is 320 grams and you have to calculate the mass by mass percentage. So instead of calculating the mass of the solution on your own, like adding the solute plus solvent's mass to get the mass of the solution, they have given straight away the mass of the solution to you. So it's much simpler when compared to the previous case. You don't even have to add those two numbers to find the answer. But the thing is that you have to read the question very carefully. You'll have to know that if they have given the mass of the solvent or the mass of the solution. Because if you don't find that out correctly, you would either add or not add depending on the question. So that will end up with the wrong answer for no reason. You know the formula, you know how to solve this question, but just because of a careless mistake, you might lose your marks. So just be careful to read if the mass given is the mass of the solvent or the mass of the solution. In this case, it's the mass of the solution. So you're going to do the same process. The solute here is salt, which is 40 grams. The solution, its mass is 320 grams. Now, you know all these values, you know all the values that is present in the formula, mass of solute, mass of solution. You're just going to plug it into it. So 40 divided by 320 into 100, which gives you 12.5%, and that would be the concentration of the solution in terms of mass by mass percentage. Okay, mass by mass percentage of the solution is 12.5%. So it's very simple. Now what we have just seen is a mass by mass percentage solution. Okay, mass by mass percentage you have calculated for the solution, but in some cases they will give you in terms of milliliters. So a solution contains 40 milliliters of, let us say, liquid, which is dissolved in 320 milliliters of water. So in that case, you would be able to find the volume by volume of a solution. Okay, so you just have to divide them both, volume of solute divided by volume of solution into 100. It's quite easy. So what I'm trying to tell is that you don't have to convert these things. In terms of mass by mass percentage, both these things were given in grams. The solute's weight, the solution's weight, or in the second case the solution's weight, all these things they were given in grams. So you don't have to convert it into kilograms to standardize it and then do things, because you're just going to divide it. You're just going to get the ratio. You're just going to get the ratio of the amount of solute that is present when compared to the amount of solution, and you're just going to multiply it by 100, and the resultant is obviously going to just be a percentage. So it doesn't matter if you convert it or not, it remains the same, because you're going to do the conversion for the numerator as well as the denominator, right? So it wouldn't make any difference. So what I'm trying to tell is that you don't have to convert in this case, you just have to use it straight away. So that is all for this video. I hope you have understood how to solve this problem. If you have any doubts, please put them in the comments. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much for watching this video. See you in the next one. Bye for now.